With you on our side, I know we'll figure it out.
I will go tell my brother of my departure.
Then we shall rest at the inn. 'Tis altogether too cramped in these quarters.
Well, cramped spaces are the foundation of camaraderie, I say. Well, to each their own.
Now then.
No.
True.
Hold on.
Hey!
Hey there!
Hold on.
Most helpful. Apologies for the intrusion.
Something wrong, love? It's late.
My brother had already retired for the day, so I thought I'd wait for tomorrow to tell him. But now that I find myself alone with my thoughts, I'm quite nervous.
Think you'll be able to tell him yourself?
If I cannot even do that, there would be little point in leaving the island. He will understand. After all, he left long before I did. What is that book?
Oh, it's a fantasy novel. He's never without it.
A fantasy? But what is it a fantasy of?
It's a story about an ideal world.
Well, so you do not merely strive against evil. You have a vision for the world's betterment.
'Tis a world where all people are equal and no conflict exists. Much like the world His Highness once dreamt of.
In truth, 'tis difficult to envisage. All I have known is our own island's history and doctrine, and naught beyond it. So, well, would it be all right if I read some? Remarkable. Despite all the people share in common, the world is filled with myriad faiths and beliefs. Accordingly, those in search of spiritual meaning may seek and find many different teachings to guide them. I see. So the people of this world are free to believe as they will. Anyone may follow any god, any dogma.
So basically the opposite of the Sanctus Church.
Our legends say that the ancient world was full of all manner of beliefs too. The people of Eld worshipped many gods from many pantheons. People confronted the anxiety that haunted them.
Thinking back, some of those figures in the temple murals may have been gods.
Yes, that mural depicting myriad gods is an explanation of how this world came to be.
But ultimately, war claimed everything. Suppose that means it wasn't much of a utopia, right?
Perhaps freedom unchecked gave rise to conflict. Either way, to know the past is to ensure history does not repeat. If we are to create a utopia rooted in our world, faith is not enough. We must move onward and take action as allies. Because I believe that's how this must be used. This power that guides us to ideals. To walk forward, firmly, fearing nothing.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Look at this.
Your pardon?
Yufa, and the mainlanders. What is it?
Brother, I must speak with you. Until now, I have understood nothing. But it is not merely the teachings I failed to grasp. I did not understand Mother and Father's wishes, nor indeed their own. As the priestess, I am duty-bound to protect our village. And I would do so not with a weapon, but with understanding. Brother, please permit me to travel alongside these people.
Your own journey. I never thought I'd see the day you'd ask to leave.
We can look after her.
My own journey's end freed me from our customs. Perhaps, had I sought comrades and friends of my own to walk with, I would have found purpose. So be it. Go and see this world with your own eyes. As a parting gift, Yufa, I entrust this to you.
What is it?
Mother's Kakara. With this staff in hand, she would travel the lands beyond our shore, seeking to spread our teachings.
I did not know she'd left anything behind. I gladly accept.
I must ask, Yufa, what do you plan to call yourself, once off the island?
What do you mean? I am the priestess of Verga Island. Should I be called anything else?
Indeed. To outsiders, we are only the islanders. We have hardly named the land, much less our humble village. We once saw no need for a name. We had rejected the world outside for so long, we knew but two lands. Those within our borders, and those without. Now that the truth of our traditions has been restored, we may celebrate them. And in that spirit, I would like to name our village.
Our home will have a name.
By your efforts, there is no longer any doubt. The dragon god Et is our village's guardian deity. Thus, it seems only right to call it the home of the dragon god Et. Etria. One day, after years untold, I hope Etria will be a bustling town. People from far and wide will meet here. It will be worthy of its name. At least, that is my fantasy.
I think I found a world I want to be a part of. To that end, everyone, I look forward to our journeys together.
So, you're off to Altaberry. You'll have to watch for the tide, but you should arrive with plenty of time. If you have time yet to relax, our island home is humble, but I hope it is to your liking.
Well then.
Just lovely.
Uh-huh.
What now?
I see. Fascinating. This right here. All right?
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
Let's go! I'll always aim higher!
That's how you want to play it.
Not finished yet? Isn't that wonderful?
Mission accomplished!
I feel fine. Thank you, dearie. Thank you, dearie.
Hey, mister!
What now? That's how you want to play it.
Hiya.
All right then.
Hey.
Beg your pardon?
All right then. 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 Where to? All right then.
Appreciate it.
Hey, mister!
Thanks.
That's the way, innit?
Well, isn't this a dilemma?
All right then.
That's the way. What's up?
All right then.
Well, isn't this a dilemma?
All right then.
Hello there. Yes.
What?
What will you do? Sorry.
What now? What now? All right then.
Well, isn't this a dilemma?
All right then. Let's go. Hello.
If I may.
Yeah?
Thank ye, sir. Oi there! What's this? Got it. Got it. All right. Right. All right then. Go.
Hey, mister!
All right then.
Huh?
All right then.
Beg pardon?
Oi! All right then. All right then. Where to? All right then.
Let's go!
It's all right. Well... I'm quite grateful. Wow. It's nothing like Etria. Oh wait, do people in Grand Trat have big families?
I don't think so.
If it's called San Lumio Street, then all its residents are of the San Lumio, are they not? On the island, places are named after the people who live there, so... Oh, maybe that's not how it works there? I'm sorry, I must come across so strangely.
Yufa?
Brother, I'm learning about the outside world from him. If I remain naive about it, I will only be a burden.
Does living beyond our borders make you anxious, Yufa?
A little. But I shouldn't be, no? This was my own decision.
There's nothing wrong with standing behind your decision.
Precisely, yes. The first time I left the island, I was so nervous my knees shook.
Really? Is that true, brother?
No one steps out into the unknown without some trepidation in their heart. That said, people only fear what they don't know because they don't fully understand themselves. I believe this is your time, sister. You've heard of the trials of Malnever, have you not? It is an island where a peculiar monster lives, raised in stagnant magma. The monster reflects the anxiety of those who challenge it, and it provides those who overcome it with proof of their victory. I am one such victor, and I gained a great deal from it. I think you could stand to benefit as well, Yufa. You would count your new friends as reliable warriors, correct? Perhaps you might tempt them with the discarded treasures and armaments of our ancestors there. It will challenge you, to be sure, but you'll walk away better for it. Before you leave, consider testing your strength.
But what if it proves too challenging?
We'll do it together, Yufa.
The weather on the island is unpredictable at best. We won't know how dangerous it will be.
I would never send my precious sister off without regard for her safety. I have some idea of how to handle the weather. Won't you put your faith in your new friend and me? Your focus must be solely on the trial.
I understand. If this proof you speak of will give me the power to step boldly into my future, then I will want for nothing else.
That's the spirit. If you do decide to go, pay me a visit before heading out. I would see you all off safely.
This one's important.
Yes, that's the place. You know, I wouldn't mind visiting if we've the time.
And right there's a labyrinth.
All rather mysterious, isn't it? But knowing you'll be at my side, I admit, I do find my courage. A trial awaits. Please, lend me your strength.
Hey, hasn't that island been abandoned for quite some time? I hope the magla isn't too strong. But you'd better be prepared for the worst, okay?
All right, then. Where to?